When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Okay, so let's dive in. Greg says, hey, Ben and Kelly, I feel like this is something you would see out of a romantic comedy starring Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
He's very specific.
Although I will point out in a little bit, I think he's got the wrong movie in mind, but okay.
Oh, okay. You know what?
That's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah,
but
all right.
I'll explain the situation, then we'll tell him the movie. So I made a silly pact with a female friend of mine back when we were in college that if we were both still single when we turned 35, we'd get married.
Okay.
Well, we never actually dated back then because of timing, but remained in contact after graduation. Well, guess what? We're both turning 35 this year, and I think she really thinks we're going to go through with it.
Oh.
I'm kind of freaking out. It's not like I don't like her. She's attractive and funny. But what are the odds that this would actually work? I mean, we're both divorced with no kids. I just don't want to carelessly jump into another marriage just because of some pact we made over a decade ago. So would you mind asking if any of your listeners have made similar pacts and did they go through with it? Are they working? Thanks. I'll be listening. Here's the movie, Greg. The movie is My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts and Rupert Everett.
Oh, okay.
And Dermot Mulroney. Yeah.
I think he's just thinking of rom-coms and just pulling the first names that come out of his...
Kate Hudson comes to mind. I get it. Yes. But he's
funny.
thinking of My Best Friend's Wedding.
That is funny.
Yes. They made the pact in the wedding, by the way, at age 28. If they reach 28 and we're not married... So funny.
So it sounds like he says in his words that he's freaking out, but reading between the lines, it sounds like he's really considering it.
Well, I think he's asking, like, am I obligated because we made this pact if she comes around going, hey, it's time. So again, he's like, she's not awful.
Right.
But I'm divorced, and I don't know if I want to jump into a marriage again just because we made this pact a long time ago. Erica said, did you pinky promise?
Yeah. Greg didn't say anything, but I'd be curious to know if they had brought it up since they originally made that pact.
Like maybe when they got divorced or something. I don't know the timelines of their divorces.
Right, exactly. Is this something that would casually come up in conversation over the course of, 10 or so years? Or is this something that you've just remembered and you're wondering if she remembers too, and maybe you're thinking she does? I don't know.
Dawn is like, come on, Greg, you're both adults. It wasn't a contract. Laugh it off. Go on with life. Tanya's like, well, you absolutely have to go through with it. Any pact made when you were younger is obviously set in stone, a binding contract. It does not matter at all how you feel now. Grow a pair already and do what you must do. In parentheses, just so you know, don't feel attacked. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say, it sounds like there's some sarcasm dripping through there.
Yep.
I would be... Okay, so, yes, you can comment on Greg's situation if you want, but I want to know if there is anyone who's actually made a similar pact, and did you go through with it?
I feel like that might make news if somebody did, like Inside Edition kind of news. It's
You think it would make news?
I think so. That would be one of those viral stories that would get shared around, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
502-795-1997. 502-795-1997. That's our number.
Swifty Kim said, I feel like this could work out. I mean, they're both divorced with no kids. Could be perfect for each other. I wouldn't jump into marriage, but at least maybe give dating a try, see how it goes. Nothing to lose at this point. Also, why do people make these pacts in the first place? It's like they're both saying, well, I'll settle for you if I haven't found anybody better by then.
That's exactly what that is.
Yes.
John, I think you found a loophole.
I don't think the promise was after we both screwed up our first marriages to get remarried at 35. It was if we're both single at 35.
Oh, there's the loophole. There's the loophole. Okay.
So I think he's out and he's safe on this one.
Okay. All right. So John's saying technicality, and he could say, we've already been married and we're single, but yeah. Jessica had messaged us and she said, I made this pact with my best friend in my early 20s. If we weren't married to other people by 35, we would get married. Man, 35 seems to be the age.
That's the magic number.
I just turned 35 last year, but over the past 10 years, this friend of mine went down the wrong path and we don't really talk anymore. But I know from when we made the pact, I had feelings for him. And in my opinion, I had more feelings for him than he did for me. And instead of it being a, quote, set in stone pact, it was more of my way of letting him know that I would totally marry him one day if the opportunity arose. Well, I wouldn't have held him to it, though, even if things had worked out, because I feel like we both knew at the time it wasn't 100% an actual agreement. So maybe just try dating each other before.
If she's open to it and if you're open to it. I think it's kind of like a fun roundabout way to kind of dip the toe in the water, throw it out there, see how they would react. Like, I kind of have feelings for you. Would you have feelings for me? See what their reaction is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're open to it, because his original message to us sounds like he's not ruling it out. He says he's freaked out, but it doesn't sound like he's ruling it out.
But I think he's trying to prepare an answer if she confronts him about it. What do I say if she brings it up?
Right. Start with the whole, hey, let's go out a couple times and see where it goes. I mean, who in America just go, unless you're on a reality show, just goes, all right, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Let's get married.
Yeah, exactly. It's a reasonable thing. And everybody says, yeah, you can date first before you decide to walk down the aisle. Kelly said I had a pact like that. Mm-hmm. I think 25 was the original age, but we were both seeing people, so we changed it to 30. I got married at 30 to someone else.
Oh.
We were best friends growing up, but he kind of ghosted me several years ago out of nowhere, so I'm betting getting married would have been a mistake. LOL.
All right.
Greg, just sit down and think, okay, could I date her? If the answer's yes, then start there. Mm-hmm. Don't freak out thinking, oh, we've got this timeline now. This year, we have to get married because of our pact. No, right. You can date and entertain the idea if you're open to it, but don't bring it up unless you are open to that.
But I'm a man of my words. All right. Hey, good luck, you two. Keep us posted, especially if you do decide, you know what? Let's throw caution into the wind, and on our 35th birthday, let's just get married.
Now, listen, there is a big part of me that wants this to work out, because what amazing story that makes, right?
Right.
That's the stuff movies are made of, is it not?
Starring Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
No, it's starring Julia Roberts and Rupert Everett.
All right,
by the way, it doesn't work out for them.
Oh.
FYI.
Shucks.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, too soon.
All right. That is your group therapy.